ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages above and over the age of 18, because I do like to say fuck a lot on this channel. Welcome to an impromptu birthday Blu-ray bonanza extravaganza update video thing. Yeah, spur of the moment. I have been chipping away at a 7-part Blu-ray update series over the past few months. And I filmed a few more, so they're still coming, and they're kind of going to grow in size as we get to the final few parts of that 7-part series. But impromptu birthday Blu-ray update. I went into Cardiff and I checked out HMV and had my soul destroyed at the continued paring down of the physical media section, and had some birthday money and bought some stuff. So I thought I would show you in a video. Specifically the birthday money bought stuff. Now, I'm kind of pleased with myself on this one, because you get in there and you got, extra money that you don't normally have, and ooh, I could get this and I could get that. And Mubi has been a big obsession of mine. For the past year or so, I've been hardcore collecting Mubi Blu-rays with the slipcovers. I like the slipcovers. Shoot me, it's just one of those things. And so I was like, oh, I'll get that movie one. They've gone down in price. And I was just looking at them in my hand, and I thought, like, I want to see all these movies. I love the wide variety of world cinema that Mubi provides in their releases. But I just thought, do I really want to watch Benedetta anytime soon? Probably not. Do I really want to watch Bergman Island anytime soon? Probably not. I should really be getting stuff that I have more of a burning desire for, So I was like, it's becoming that the main reason I want to buy this is because it has a slipcover and it'll be nice for the collection. I don't have to worry about it going out of print and not being able to get it in the future, where it'll probably sit on the shelf for years before I watch it. Again, I still want to watch those movies. I would never buy one that I had no interest in purely for the collection. But still, there's a priority scale, right? And so I was like, well, so I put some down. And then I saw something I really wanted, and it was a decent price. So I grabbed that and something else I'd been after for a while, and I thought, I'm going to leave it there. 2 Blu-rays, some 2 bulky, special editions, and I'm done. Off I went to the cinema to watch Asteroid City. And then I thought, well, I could go back after the movie. So I went back, and I did get a few more things, but only a few more. So, and most times I go to HMV now, I find myself putting more stuff back than I end up actually taking to the till. And I'm proud of myself for that. I'm kind of beating the evil collector brain. Maybe not down into submission just yet, but certainly, I've got it on the ropes. The evil collector brain in me is certainly reeling after today, but also satiated by a few pickups. So let's get into it. all analogies aside. First of all, there was a 2 for 15 offer going on with 88 films. And I was looking at this stuff, and I thought, wow, there's all these really cool martial arts releases with slipcovers and stuff, and they're films I'd never heard of before. And I just thought, I have so many to get through already, and I'm loving the Hong Kong movies, as you know, if you've been watching the channel anytime over the past 6 months or so. But I just thought, well, yeah, let's leave those, because it would just be beefing up the collection for the sake of it. Again, films I'd like to see, but don't have that burning passion to see. But there were 2 in particular I've really wanted to see ever since they've been released. And they have nice special editions that are out of print. And so I had it in my mind that I'd get them someday on eBay or something. But then I just thought, I can pay £7.50 for both of these in box standard blue cases without the special box and, all that kind of stuff. Or I can spend 4 or 5 times that amount on getting them on eBay for films I haven't even seen yet. So when it comes to blind buys, and I've also been holding off on stuff like Mr. Vampire because I want to get the slipcover to match the sequel set, and it's just I need to I need to embrace. I'll leave that in for free as always. Well, not always. Sometimes the things I don't leave in for free that you don't know about. Anyway, I'm going to embrace the art, the subtle art of buying a regular blue case edition. But anyway, if it's something where there's disc content that isn't on the regular release, that's when I would look more into maybe trying to find a good deal on eBay. But these 2 have tons of extras, and it's really the film that I want to see anyway. You need to draw yourself back to that pure kind of goal at the end of it, which is just watching the movie. So the first one, after that incredible preamble, I apologize, we have The Seventh Curse. This one just looked really fun, and this has even been recommended to me by a friend, and of course this isn't focusing in any way, shape, or form, because, there we go, it took a while there. A friend of mine recommended this to me as well, and I put a lot of stock behind his recommendations. But this one just has a stacked cast. That was what first drew me to it. It's supposed to be like this adventure, kind of horror film, like, kind of not quite, maybe an all-out horror film, but like it's set in the jungle. From what I can tell, I think it was like in a jungle in Thailand, and there was a curse placed upon our hero, and he has to go back and permanently get rid of this curse. And it stars like Chow Yun-fat, who I love, Maggie Cheung, who I love, Chin Soo-ho, I've just been recently watching in films like Vampire vs. Vampire, Lady Reporter, and I quite like him. Dick Wei shows up in this one. I just love the look of it from the poster, which I think is it Sean Longmore? Yes, Sean Longmore. I have some of his Twin Peaks stuff in posters, which is fantastic. This has uncut 2K restorations of the theatrical cut and the export cut of the film. And there's a couple of audio commentaries and some interviews and stuff. So, and it's like an 80-minute movie, which is always a plus. But yeah, I just like the look of it. The cast is great. And yeah, 1986. If it's an 80s movie and it's made in Hong Kong, I kind of want to see it. I feel like it's kind of like a golden period of, of cinema. This Hong Kong 80s period. Anyway, so that's The Seventh Curse. And this one I heard about on a podcast with Edgar Wright. I think it was the Films to Be Buried With podcast, run by Brett Goldstein, which I love. It's a phenomenal podcast. I don't listen to it anywhere near as much as I should these days, since I kind of had a bit of an online spat with Brett Goldstein and one of his guests, also called Luke. There was a big kind of weird situation that made me quite uncomfortable. And yeah, it's me. I sometimes get into this weird beef online on social media with people who are in the public eye, like Edge from WWE and now Roy fucking Kent. Anyway, that's a whole other story for another time, or maybe just to be left to the annals of time. But Edgar Wright talked about this film, I'm pretty sure, on that podcast, and it just sounded mental. And just the cover alone, is it's crazy. It's almost dropped it. It is, should I attempt the full title here? Ricky-O, Story of Ricky. So that artwork there, where he's punching not just a guy's head off, but like the top half of his head off. It's a very specific type of violence. And I've seen some clips from this film, and it's ultra violent. It's one of those category 3, it says on the spine there, which I believe is like a particularly noteworthy, violent, or explicit film released in Hong Kong. It's from the 90s, I believe, 1992. Yeah, it I'm kind of intrigued. It just looks, sounds, and probably feels crazy, and so I'm very much looking forward to experiencing this one in one way or the other. And this has 4 audio commentaries. Holy shit! So yeah, very intrigued by that one. A little bit trepidatious, but that's kind of part of the fun, right? Next, we have a Mubi title. Now, there will be a Mubi extravaganza update coming soon. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 Mubi Blu-rays that I've accumulated over the past year or two. So they'll all be in one big update, and that'll be a whole other thing. But this is one of the new ones, and I tend to try and grab them if I find a slipcover in really good condition. Of course, the irony is that just before I started filming this video, I took the thumbnail picture, and while I was fumbling around like a fucking 80-year-old trying to get the Blu-rays in a nice stack, I dropped them, and I scuffed the slipcover of this one. With Mubi, though, I find with their slipcovers, sometimes like they're prone to picking up kind of condensation and stuff. And this one's in fairly good condition, besides the fact I just dropped it. And this film is called Close. Now, every film I've seen from the movie collection, I've really enjoyed. Not to say that they have a type of movie that's always going to please me, but I just find, and this is, I guess it's a good point, I think, and I was thinking about this the other day. There's so many mainstream movies that you watch, and it's just rinse, repeat. You can enjoy them, you can turn your brain off, as they say. But I find that so much of world cinema resonates with me, even if it's a film I don't love. I can appreciate them more and respect them. Because films like this are like their personal pieces, their passion projects. In some cases, these are films that the director or the writer has tried to get made for years, and they've put their heart and their soul into it. And it's not about checking a kind of a box on a sheet of, how are we going to make money with this next movie? There's no quota being filled by stuff like this, where it just feels more authentic. It feels more of a true artistic expression. Though I'm all for, even in big tentpole movies like the Marvel movies, I'm all for those films also having true artistic expression within them. Of course, they have to fit within this mold. They have to fit within this system, but I still think it's possible for certain filmmakers and storytellers to get their true artistic expression out in some of those big tentpole movies. Doesn't happen all the time. In fact, it's fairly infrequent, but I still think it's possible to really put yourself into a film and to pour your heart out and to make moments on screen that really resonate with people. And that's kind of the connection of cinema, from the filmmaker and the performers to the viewer. And I still think that can happen within mainstream blockbuster entertainment, but it's so much more prevalent, I think, in films like this. And this is, I don't know if it's a Dutch film or a French film, because it says that it's in French and in Dutch. But by the looks, I don't know, I can't tell from the names on the back. But it's a coming-of-age movie, and it's about these two young boys who are kind of inseparable, and then, the oncoming kind of wave of young adulthood is fast approaching them, and that changes things, I guess. So close, I guess it's relating to their closeness. I saw a trailer and it kind of grabbed me. So this was, I paid full price for this one because the slipcover was in nice condition. And there were a few, actually. There was another one of their new releases with Adele Exarchopoulos, who was in Blue is the Warmest Color. And I love her in that movie, and I've not seen anything else since. So I'm really excited to get that one. But the slipcovers were in pretty condition, so I thought I'd leave that one. And these do tend to drop in price after time anyway, but this was one I did think, I'll grab this one because I want to watch this sooner rather than later. So Close is the movie title that I picked up. The next one, kind of ironically, because I grabbed it because the slipcover was in perfect condition from like all the sides. And then as I took a picture of it and sent it to my good friend Maticus Tutui, I noticed that there was a big blemish on the slipcover. It is what it is, but this is a filmmaker who you don't really need to tell me anything. I'm in for anything that they do. And this is I don't know when this film came out, if it was this year or last year. I think it was last year, 2022. And he's really doing interesting stuff that I haven't really watched yet. His previous film is a Japanese filmmaker, and the film he did before this had an American cast. It was an English spoken film, and there was, I think, a couple of French actors in it. And this one is Korean. It's Korean actors, I'm assuming Korean story, and Korean story, you know what I mean? It's spoken in the Korean language. So yeah, that's just an interesting. He's kind of going about and doing different countries. Sounds weird, going about and doing different countries. You know what I mean? He's experimenting with different languages, and I haven't really dived into that yet. I'm only familiar with his incredible Japanese filmography, but it is Broker by Hirokazu Kore-eda. So I actually know nothing about this. Only that Song Kang-ho is in it, who is, fucking incredible actor. So you put the names Hirokazu Kore-eda and Song Kang-ho together, it's like, say no more. So I don't know what any of these images relate to. I don't know anything about the movie, but it's and it has like the making of, behind the scenes, visual commentary with Kore-eda, interview with the director, interview with the the cast. So it says special edition, but there's some good extras on there from the looks of it. But, you know, it was also like a nice slipcover. I do collect his movies. I don't know. I think I have most of his major films, like the major releases at least. The 2 box sets, the BFI box set, the Arrow box set, Air Doll, Our Little Sister, the Arrow release of Third Murder, Shoplifters, and I forget the one he did before this. The Truth? Is it called The Truth? I don't know. I'm not sure. Fuck, I'm going to go find out. It just bugs me now. But I do collect his films and love his films. I think he's one of the best filmmakers working today. So it's always exciting when he makes something new. I just need to catch up on the latest. And it is indeed The Truth. So those were the 4 ones I went back for. This is the main event right here. So first up, this is a deluxe set that is essentially a double dip for me. Actually, let me see if I can find the original first. Okay, I have the original release in my close proximity, so I can pick it up and hold it and show it off. But this is an upgrade, and for me buying it now, a double dip. And it was a double dip I wasn't really prepared to go in for. I thought, it looks great, but you know, the film in 4K is a 4K upgrade. I just thought I can't really justify spending £35 on something I already bought for like £17, £18, and it looks great anyway. Is it really worth the upgrade? And I kind of wrote off that I'd ever get this, to be honest. And then I saw it in HMV today. I think this is the same price on Amazon as well. So I'll be posting this fairly shortly after me filming it. So if you want to get this, it's on Amazon for this price. And I think that's where I think there's an 88 Films promotion going on at the moment. I've given away the distributor. But this is, let's just get into it. It was £26, which is like almost £10 off its normal, you know, going price. And I just thought, I think it's probably worth grabbing this. And it is Dragons Forever. So this film is, what a great action film. An absolutely phenomenal action film. You got Jackie Chan, you got Ewan Bu, you got Sammo Hung. What more do you need? Those 3 guys individually are amazing. Like, people use the word amazing. They're literally, it amazes you to see them in action. All 3 together, that's like a magic combination. Then you got Benny the Jet coming back in to fight Jackie Chan again, and it's gold. And I can't wait to revisit it. And this thing it's stacked because it doesn't just have the film. It has the film in 3 different cuts, and all 3 of them are presented in 4K. Let's crack open this thing and take a closer look at it. The only thing, I did look at the 2 copies they had, and they're both kind of bent a bit. Like the case bends inward slightly because of I guess just the contents. It kind of bends in a bit, but otherwise, it's in great condition, and I haven't seen if there's artwork on the back. Let's check that out now. Oh wow, there is artwork on the back, and it's substantial, man. So this is Sean Longmore again, whose stuff is great. I mean, just look at this. This alone is such a beautiful piece. I love the colors. I love the likeness of the actors there, and on the back, oh, it's just gorgeous. What an amazing. The artwork's just phenomenal, and the overall package. So on the inside you get the case with the 4K, and I think there's like there's paraphernalia that comes with it as well. Oh wow, that's a massive poster. I can already feel by the side, and it's a double-sided one. There's an original poster, and then like the front cover of this. So I won't fold it out, but that's pretty cool. Not that I ever use those things, but it's nice to have them. And this is a really hefty book. I mean, how many pages is this? It should say on the back. Unless it's on the back of the J card. Let's just shuffle some stuff around. The case and the card here. I could just open the book and see how many bloody pages there are. Oh, here we go. 88 pouch. Holy moly, I'll leave that in for double free. 88 page perfect bound book. Featuring new writing on the film. So that's another thing. There are new extras as well. So spectacular action all the way as Jackie Chan busts a high-tech drug ring. So got the back there of the book, and then the front with that just gorgeous artwork, and just absolutely tons of stuff, like loads of pictures and images. Fairly large font, I guess, to fill out the 88 pages. But that's hey, 88 pages for 88 films. That's a proper book to go with a Blu-ray release, I have to say. So you get 3 cuts of the film in 4K, no less. Spared no expense. And then you have a whole bunch of extras that were originally on the regular release of this. And I say regular. The previous release was pretty special in and of itself, I would say. And I'll show it to you now. I have it here. It is the 88 Films release of Dragons Forever on Blu-ray. And again, gorgeous artwork, and just a really, and this is, I'm not sure if this is a Kung Fu Bob artwork. So you get the kind of best of 2 very great worlds with Sean Longmore and then Kung Fu Bob. Do I need to keep this? No, but I kind of probably will, because the artwork's so amazing and it's such a great release. And it's also Blu-ray, not 4K, but yeah, so there's tons. I mean, this thing is loaded. The original Blu-ray release they weren't skimping on the extras, just absolutely phenomenal. So I think that with this new 4K release, there is a new commentary to go with the already existing one. New commentary from Frank Zhang and F.J. DeSanto. There's a new interview with maybe the writer of the film. Yes, a new interview with the writer of the film. I'm not going to try and pronounce the name because it looks a bit complicated for me. A new interview with stuntman Chingaluk. So I just saw him in the film Mr. Vampire Saga 4. I thought he was awesome. So that's cool. There's a new interview with him on here. Otherwise, it's also all the other, the reams of special features that already existed for this. But I think getting the 3 cuts in 4K, new commentary, a couple of new interviews, great box set, phenomenal artwork. I think it's worth the extra expense, but it wouldn't have been. I mean, you think about it, if it's splitting hairs almost, 35 or 25 pounds, it's double dipping either way. But it was pretty attractive when I saw it on the shelf for 26 quid, and I thought, I got it. And I love the film. It's not a blind buy. It's a film I think is just phenomenal, and I really am just. I love the kind of the ocean and the sky on this one. It's just such a great. I'm turning into Blu-ray Dan. Love that artwork. Love the coloring, But it's great. Anyway, 2 more things before we get to the main event, which is like the big box that I got. Just a quick shout out to my mum, who for my birthday got me this game, and it was like, wow, I'm 35 years old, and my mum just got me a Sonic game for my birthday. It's like the 90s all over again. There's something kind of cool and funny and also kind of special about that. She got me Sonic Origins Plus for the PlayStation 5. Really cool. This actually was like a really cool special edition. I had no idea. So it has a nice slipcover there. Has reversible artwork, which I turned around straight away because it's just genius. It's kind of a Mega Drive style artwork there for this collection. Now, this came out last year, I think, and I didn't get it because they changed the music on Sonic 3. I should explain. It's a collection of all the old Sonic games, so Sonic 1, 2, 3, 3 and Knuckles, and they changed the Michael Jackson stuff, basically. And it's kind of appeared in it. And anytime you get, like, I think it was the Sonic Mega Collection on the GameCube, which was amazing. I love that collection, and the re-releases that you could buy on certain game stores digitally, they have the music. So I don't know why they suddenly couldn't include it in here. That's kind of what soured me on it. But when they re-released this this year, I think this just came out a couple of weeks ago, it has 16 classic Sonic games. So it has all the old Game Gear stuff. I'm pretty sure it has the Master System Sonic games that I grew up with, as well as the mainline releases. And so that's the cool thing. And this is a nice art book, that has like some really cool stuff in it, like the game covers and concept art and stuff. So this is like a really cool, like, special edition I wasn't quite expecting. And there's even, check this out. This is incredible. It comes with a manual. It is 2023 and this game came with a fucking manual. Can you believe it? Well, it's not really a manual. It's just the it's just the box standard customer support warranty in like every language you can possibly imagine. But you know, when I opened this up and I was like, a manual, you know, this is like the bread and butter of these things that we used to love growing up, and they just, you know, it's just cutting away all the physical aspects of it, which is another reason that I really want to get this, because they had a physical release of this. I don't think Sonic Origins, when it first came out, had a physical release for consoles. But yeah, I was very surprised by how nice and deluxe this felt. But of course, I'm really looking forward to playing some of those old like Game Gear, Master System games. So yeah, Sonic Origins Plus, very cool. It was kind of a nice thing. Again, like my mum got me a video game after all these years. Now, the main event is a set that came out at the beginning of this year, and people were kind of saying, oh, it's going to go out of print, you better get it soon. I just thought, I can't afford it, I'm going to have to miss out on it. But it's still stuck around, which doesn't surprise me given the films that you get with this, because it's you know, it's a bit niche, you know. It's not it's certainly not going to have sold as much as the upcoming Bruce Lee box set. But now I'm really intrigued to see if the Bruce Lee box set is going to weigh how much this fucking thing, that it's like a brick. It's heavier than a brick, I think. So I haven't seen any films by this director. It's a blind buy. But I don't think I had seen a film from Aki Kaurismäki before I bought his big box set from Artificial Eye. But to me, this is a support of Scandinavian cinema, something that I can't say I'm passionate about because I don't watch as much of it as I should, but it's something that I want to be more passionate about, something I want to be more knowledgeable in. And so with the Aki Kaurismäki set that I've loved going through, that's Finland represented, and in this box set we have Sweden represented with the Lukas Moodysson collection. So I heard of some of his films, I just haven't seen any of them. And this thing it's massive. Well, maybe it isn't even massive, it's so heavy, right? So this comes with, I don't think it's all of his films, but I think it's most of them. And when I saw it, I just thought, how cool that a director like this gets a super deluxe box set from a boutique label. It's the kind of stuff that you normally see reserved for kind of more known directors and stuff. But this is an interesting design. It has this kind of plastic outer case, almost like a slipcover sleeve. Which is really dirty. Oh, that's a shame. Like, it's really scuffed up. Man, that sucks. I now wonder if I'd got it from Amazon, maybe it would be nice and clean. But this is like, yeah, that's really that's a shame. I guess you can't really see it when it's like that. You kind of can. Yeah. Oh well, it's just one of those things. I'm trying to be better at learning to live with those things. But that's it basically has like these images on them that you can see really. And they kind of appear on the front of the set when you take them off. Anyway, so here's the set, like that. And if it'll focus, is it focusing? No, it's sneakily staying focused on my face. There we are. All right. But it's so heavy. I think it's a 200-page hardback book in this one. There's a spine. Pretty loaded with special features, and you get digipacks on the inside. I'm not going to do a full unboxing of this thing because it would just be fairly redundant, I think. So you can see all the films included, which are Show Me Love Together, Lilia Forever, A Hole in My Heart Container, Mammoth, and We Are the Best. So I'm not sure about everything that's in. What is that? What is that? That's interesting. This is intriguing. So 7 movies, a 200-page hardback book, and there's also like a. Okay, let me just have a look here. So, I'm here now. So we have Show Me Love. We have Together. We have Lilia Forever. A Hole in My Heart and Container. I love the artwork on all of these. I did look at an unboxing of this when it came out. We have Mammoth. And then we have We Are the Best, which is a film I've heard quite a bit about. So let me just put these down somewhere gently. Then we have the hardback book. So this is like, you know, this is a proper book. This is like a legit, like, you know, it's a legit book. And oh wow, yeah, it's full color images and lots of essays in here. And this is small font shit. This is really massive. Yeah, so this is like a proper deluxe set. But it also comes with another booklet that is completely blank. Oh, I see. Okay, hang on. I think I read. So yeah, I just thought it was like maybe it was a printing error, but I don't know if you can see. If you will be able to see, there is. Yeah, there's words there slightly. See what it says. What am I doing here? Okay, a poem by the director from 2002, translated in 2022. Right, so this is like a long-form poem by the director, translated into English, and it's like an 80-page book. See, that's the kind of, I think I had read about that actually. And I thought it was a really interesting, but I didn't realize it'd be so big, and is dwarfed by the, you know, the book that comes with this thing. So I just think, like, if this was like one of your favorite directors, surely this set would just be like an absolute dream. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's really impressive. And it looks like on the back of these digipacks, there are like 2K restorations, 4K restorations, you know, the 90-minute Q&A with the director. There's like newly filmed interviews with the director, featurettes from when these films came out, all sorts of stuff. Looks like one of these is actually, like, Michelle Williams is in one of these films, an English language film. So there's just, yeah, there's a whole lot in here to get through, and I'm just really excited about it. And again, I think, I don't know what you can say, I'm showing support to Scandinavian cinema, but in my mind I am, you know, and my family is, you know, Scandinavian, you know, it's that kind of thing that I kind of take seriously, and to kind of translate that over to my film-loving life is something that I think is pretty important, and something I should do more of. You know, watch, obviously, more Norwegian films, Swedish films, Finnish films, Danish films. Definitely something that I would like to get into more. Oh, I don't want to crease this book now. That's the only thing with these, like, digipack releases that are like so tightly, you know, slotted into their what would you call them? Boxes, the box sets. You got to be really careful to not kind of ding up shit. So I'm going to try and strategically place everything back in without bending anything, which might be a bit difficult. But as I'm doing this, which I'm sure is gripping viewing, let me know your thoughts on anything I have talked about. That should be okay, and I've got to get one more film digipack back in. So that might be the only flaw of the design here, is that you got to be super careful to get everything in nicely again. I think that felt okay. There you go. But yeah, the Lukas Moodysson collection, probably didn't pronounce that correctly. I'd be more confident if it was Norwegian, and I know that Swedish and Norwegian are very similar, but yeah. Just looking on the back now, and his debut film was heralded as a young master's first masterpiece by none other than Ingmar Bergman. So there's a handshake there between one Swedish filmmaker to the next. So Lukas Moodysson, there we go. I will leave it there. Thank you for watching. And you can see this, like, it's super, like, it's just like scuff marks and stuff. I don't know whether that's because it was completely sealed in plastic, so it might just be one of those things where it's, you know, it just, yeah, I don't know. These are the things that you kind of have to deal with as a collector. Well, not every collector. Not everyone is as strange as me and other people who get really into the condition of our sets. But yeah, it's something that I'm really looking forward to getting into. Will that be immediately? Probably not, but that's also the life of a collector. And that's it. So that was a long one. That was, yeah, oh well, it is what it is, right? So thank you for joining me on this one. I appreciate it, and hope you're all doing well. Thank you for watching. Happy birthday to me, I guess. It's just another day these days, you know. I was talking to someone the other day about how, like, you know, my birthday has been just another day for more of my life now than it was a big deal. You know, it's just one of those things now. But it's nice, you get a little bit of money, and, you know, people say happy birthday, and it's, you know, it's a nice little, you know, nice little cuddle of a day at times. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.